Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. We get a little history here of the United Sound Systems. And they had an open house here, and it was because of Aretha Franklin and her recent passing. And she did record a few songs, maybe even some albums here. We'll get a little bit of a perspective from the patrons inside. Let's listen up.
So excited to see everyone. Thank you so much for other people record here besides Aretha, but she is the main reason that we are here today.
That's right.
We're just going to give information about her and her only. Okay, guys?
That's good.
Thank you all so much for the office and book a tour, and you'll get information on everyone that recorded here, right? Thank you all.
Thank you.
This is the oldest independent recording studio in the United States.
Wow.
We started in 1927. I'm going to give you a real short. Everyone from Miles Davis, Coltrane, John Lee Hooker, of course Aretha. This is the origins of Motown. Came out of here. A young songwriter by the name of Berry Gordy had to get his first songs recorded. There was no Motown. There was no $800 to start Motown. It was $800 to get recorded here. So we have a rich history of those artists. Bob Seger, MC5. Mother had passed away. She wanted to retire. She wasn't thinking about singing. A record producer said, come over to United, let's start recording something. At least get you back in to do one song. Get you back into what you do best. So Aretha was recorded here. Who's Zooming Who was recorded here. Jumpin' Jack Flash was done here. Sisters Are with the Rhythmics was done here. So this was home to her. She didn't have to drive too far to come here. Then Studio A, you're going to be surprised at the size of that studio. Because you look at this and go, how'd you get everyone in here? When you go to Studio A, you will see why. Okay? We'll notice how quiet it is in here. And we're less than 100 feet from the 94.
Right.
Come on in, you can take pictures. I'll give you a little background on me. Besides being a tour guide to Grace Jones, to New Kids on the Block, I'm related to Junior Walker, Junior Walker and the All-Stars, and Teddy Pendergrass. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Musician. I'm also a commercial photographer. Have you seen the cover of Joe Dumar on Sports Illustrated? Just her sessions. I mean, she's recorded in other studios, but this is the home-based studio. Everyone just assumed that she recorded with Motown. She never had any connections with Motown. Other than she knew everyone at Motown.
Let me ask a question.
Yes.
Irma Franklin ever record here?
Who?
Irma. Her sister Irma.
No.
Okay.
Let's go through the door. There's a gift shop over next. Oh, I gotta find this next group here. Okay, take care.
You're leaving?
No, actually, I'm looking to try to get something. I was curious if I can get on the overhang, just so I can see.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
So they can get 24 tracks.
Okay, all right. Who are you with? Gotcha, okay, you good. Did Rochelle send you? Right. Gotcha, okay. Yeah. You don't come in here.
Very Gordy when they had his first two. And he did a quick two. He balled.
Hello. If somebody would like to say hello to you.
Can I have everyone's attention? Can I have everyone's attention, please? It's so good to see everybody.
We went downtown.
Coming to Studio A is the conclusion of the tour. So, the whole old friends or, just come in and have a memory. Maybe you recorded here, I don't know. And so we have a lot of people waiting out in front, and we just wanted to escort everybody out through the back door. So once we're not trying to rush you, but we do want to expedite it. So once you've taken pictures and 31833, or you can look us up on the website unitedsounddetroit.com. Okay?
T-shirts, where do we go?
T-shirts, you could go in the gift shop.
Miss Davis, I want you to raise your hand for me, please. It was because of her husband and her that a lot of these things with Aretha Franklin was even possible, okay? Because when it was back in those days, whom, all right? And she did that up right here. And it was a situation, I want everybody to know the situation, then we can all let you go. But imagine this, Aretha Franklin's father had passed away, all right? So that really hurt Aretha. So Aretha was on the grid for a while. But she came back and she came here to United Sound System Studios. And she got with Michael Walden. And they were gonna do the record, Who's Zooming Whom. The real thing about that was, well, while he was trying to produce her, Michael Walden got a phone call from this young lady. Now she said she wanted him to produce her, but they had to tell the young lady, listen, baby, he's got Aretha, okay? You can't do nothing about that. And he said, well, oh, and by the way, who's the young lady? And everyone, the young lady's name.
Anita Baker.
No, not yet, not there.
Diana Ross.
No, keep going. Come on now, she's not here anymore. It was Whitney Houston, all right? It was Whitney Houston, I'll tell you. And a lot of people don't know this. Do you know that Aretha Franklin got a dress made, all right, from Luther Vandross?
What?
Take that with you, all right? I mean that he was a seamstress and no one knew that. Okay? Know that Aretha Franklin made her mark on this world, everyone, and I can tell by you being here. So listen, the question is, what do you do now? Huh? You keep her in your heart. And understand, when people still keep giving, just like Miss Davis is over here, you still keep giving, because there's a whole lot we can accept. So all of you have a beautiful day. Call United Sound Systems, go right on, and those that want to have some recording, give us a call. But in the meantime, all of you, be nice to one another, all right? And remember, yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. That's right. So enjoy your present today. And one last motto, no matter how you feel, I want you to get up. I want you to dress up. I want you to show up, and I want you to never give up, okay? So God bless all of you. Thank you so much for coming by. All right. Let's see if we can do this.
Wow, there were some words to live by. A little inspirational stuff. Here, United Sound 313@gmail.com. I bet if you Google United Sound Systems, you'll get all the info there. The address, the phone number, contact people. But it's an active recording studio. So if you are musically inclined, this is the building right here. This is the backside. This is where they let us out. And it backs up really to I-94 Expressway. And a few years back, when they wanted to redo I-94, they were saying, oh, we're going to redo it, and we're going to have 3 service lanes, and all this stuff has got to go, and blah, blah, blah. And it was just anyways, they preserved this, said, hey, we'll redo it at some time. I think it's earmarked for a certain time frame here in the near future, but they don't have to gobble up an additional 3 lanes of right-of-way to do I-94. We're going to have different forms of transportation probably here in the near future. So, anyways, this is the backside here, and then I wanted to, the University Motel, I wanted to see what was up with this place. They had a security guard there. Apparently the city owns it. I'm not sure what the future holds, but they're certainly paying a lot of money to have a security guard 24/7. But I wanted to check out the neighborhood as always, put it in the context of what's happening. And this is 4th Street here, 4th Street, just south of Holden. And boy, it's an artistic community, to say the least. They even have a big chessboard out front, made out of wood and bricks here. But a few years back, and I don't know if they still have it, but they had what's called like the 4th Street Art Fair or Peace Festival, something along those lines. And it became so popular, I think they had to tone it back a little bit, and they couldn't advertise it anymore, lest too many people would arrive. So they might do it on the down low, but I couldn't even begin to. I was hoping I would see somebody from the neighborhood step outside and I could ask them, but all I saw were the roosters here. And so I wasn't able to ask anybody. But boy, I remember from years past, they had some incredible festivals in through here, like quote-unquote only in Detroit type music festivals. They had a few stages set up. They have a fire-breathing car truck kind of thing, and it was operational back then. Now it might just be a lawn marker or something, but there it is. But it's on the north, this area is the northeast corner of I-94 and the Lodge. And just above here, the retaining wall, we'll see the entrance ramp to northbound Lodge from I-94, so it's quite the interchange here. Surprisingly enough, though, you don't really hear the car noise that much. Maybe at nighttime when you got the windows open. Okay, 4th Street. So they even had their peace sign, which is really kind of neat. It is an artist enclave, and it's good to see this neighborhood will be preserved. It's like we don't have to tear down all these paradises and put up more freeways. And I-94, granted, it does get congested at the rush hour times. For a couple hours, it's a slowdown. But nothing that warrants spending billions and billions and trillions and zillions of dollars and tying up the freeway for 10 years while they go through this crazy project, because it will disrupt traffic for quite some time. Here was an old stage, so maybe they haven't had that fair in a while. That stage is kind of falling apart. We're in the shadow of Wayne State University. In fact, it's all around this area. They have to be commended for the work they've done in the Midtown and the New Center area. That they're a huge plus. In fact, Dally in the Alley's coming up. Okay, that's it. That was the end of the tape. Okay, I got to switch tapes here. This will be a 3-part show. The next part here will be Thursday night football. And then the last part will be Trumbleplex. Okay, press play. And we're off and running. All right. Just wanted to show a pretty flower. Okay. Recognized as one of America's best high schools. And what high school would this be? Well, I'm not going to tell you quite yet. Oh, my evil twin. He's super tall, too. A lot taller than I am. Okay, LP are the initials. Have you figured it out yet? All right, it's Lincoln Park High School. Flappers, I'll make a short visit over there to get my club sandwich. All right, the guest, 8-0. And I'm a fan of architecture and the like, so I'm going to keep showing their gymnasium and maybe it's their pool area and whatnot. They don't have the lights turned on yet. Okay, Lincoln Park is in the orange, white pants, white helmets, and their opponent is the Etzel Ford Thunderbirds in their inaugural game in the Downriver League. Taylor only has one school now, and well, they had what? Taylor Truman, Taylor Central even, but that was the first one to go, and Taylor Kennedy. So Taylor Kennedy and Taylor Truman, I guess, combined, so I'm not sure what they're called now, but that left an opening for Etzel Ford, and I don't know how this all happened, but they joined. $5 will get you in. This is a very affordable form of not transportation, affordable form of entertainment. That's the ticket. You even get 20% off at two different places, Olga's and Applebee's. So you can make your money back with those coupons. Ooh, I didn't see that the first go around. That was a fumble. Okay, 39 seconds left. Okay, here we go.
Touchdown, Etzel Ford. Max Marion's pass was
Well, that was a touchdown by Etzel Ford. And I'm kind of... I like the Downriver League and I like Lincoln Park, but I'm going to play favorites here because Etzel Ford is my alma mater. So I'm rooting for these guys. The one unfortunate, the 2-point conversion is good. The one bad thing is that Etzel Ford won't play Dearborn or Fordson anymore. But anyways, we're getting ready for the kickoff. Lincoln Park, the rail splitters are going to get another chance with the ball.
Taylor on the return. 5, Tyler Zoltek. Etzel Ford. Lincoln Park will start their drive. First and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Etzel Ford 16, Lincoln Park 0.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter, the start of the second, 12 minutes per quarter. We're going to look at that sign a little closer. It says, wait till next year. So there's a story behind that. Lincoln Park has a special place in history. But the band is awesome here.
Park another first down.
LP at the middle of the field, inked in the grass. Yep, this was the first week of the regular season. I have a 9-week regular season, and then 5 weeks of playoffs if you make it that far, and culminating with the finals at Ford Field for all 8 divisions. This is like a Division II matchup here. It's all based on enrollment. All right, the sun will be setting shortly, but I'm looking at that gymnasium, and I tell you what, I could be wrong, but there's some similarities between the way the Edsel Ford High School looks like in Lincoln Parks, and I'd be willing to bet it's the same architect that designed both high schools. Now with the advent of the internet and all that, I probably could have done some research and figured that one out, but oh well. So maybe it's fake news I'm sharing there with you, but I'm just willing to bet on that. Off in the distance, that's the Lincoln Park Towers. It's a residential building, I believe, maybe strictly for seniors, but it's like the tallest building in Lincoln Park. I'll take another look, and you can actually see downtown Detroit from up here in the grandstands.
10-yard gain on the play. That'll be another 1st and 10 for Edsel Ford.
All right. Well, there's more to a football game than just what happens between the lines or on the gridiron. There's the band, there's the cheerleaders, there's the students, family, parents, whatnot, fans in the stands. There's the, and plus there's an added bonus with this. There's a planetarium here. We will check that out. We will have the luxury of having Greg explain a lot of the planetarium, so don't touch that dial.
2nd and 4.
Plus, we will have a great halftime show presented here by the Rail Splitters Marching Band. Oh, Edsel Ford is finding some holes up the middle, and they look like they're going in for a, well, not right there, they're not. This game, typically I do over the years, the Friday night football, but with people wanting to keep their summer weekends in the light, the first 2 games of the year, a lot of the teams play on Thursdays. So this is like Thursday night football. And I think ESPN owns the rights to Thursday night football, but they've stepped on my toes by using Friday night football when they air the Canadian League. Canadian Football League. Oh, it's up and it's no good. Well, that's going to keep the score 22 for Edsel Ford and 0 for the Rail Splitters. And there's a faint look at the moon. It was 40 hours thereabouts shy of being a full moon. Oh, for heaven's sakes, be careful. That's certainly a hazard there. Keep them steady. We don't need any accidents. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. I mean, there's athletic ability certainly involved with all that, and you do need to be careful. Okay, now I'm up in the press box area, and it was a warm afternoon. They got the doors open.
1st and 15.
That's where the public address announcer, or the play-by-play calling, was taking place. Yeah, it's amazing. The high schoolers will have 3 games under their belts even before the Lions play a game. Oh, a nice run here by the Lincoln Park running back.
By number 5, Steve Gilbert. Play. That'll move the chains and get Lincoln Park
Another first down. The announcer got excited every time Lincoln Park got a first down. It was a big to-do. But it's a lot of fun at these games, and there's so much to see and do. I didn't stay in any one place for too long. Oh, and a nice defensive play to bat that away. Somebody's offsides. There you can see the GM Renaissance Center, their global headquarters. So it's amazing, the viewpoints. Well, that's offsides. That's the speaker system, and that was mounted to the light pole. And when they turn on the lights, we'll officially have like the Thursday night football. But yeah, I've been doing Friday night football for a while, and it's basically exclusively for high schools. That's what it was intended for. So it's not good even when the college teams have their games on Friday. They should stick to Saturday. But pretty soon we'll have football every day of the week. All right, a lot of 2s up on the scoreboard.
Touchdown, Rail Splitters! The running back, number 6, D'Angelo Taylor.
All right, the Rail Splitters have something to cheer about here, and they're going to go for 2.
And that 2-point conversion is no good.
And no, they're not giving it to him. Got close.
Castellanos to kick up.
Yeah, this was kind of, oh, watch yourself. Oh, nice tackle there for a loss.
The score is Edsel Ford 22, Lincoln Park 6.
Okay, we're going to get ready for the halftime show. This was Thursday, August 23rd. And the band, God, they put on a good performance. They don't even, it's a 15-minute intermission. You can run to the concession stand if you like. But I'm going to check out the band. And I was checking it from the stands here, but then I wanted to get closer, so I'll move up a little bit. But they don't even have their uniforms yet.
Yeah, I heard the band.
Marching Rails is the ambassador ensemble for the Lincoln Park High School with performances at the Downriver Fan Fair and SBOA, Walt Disney World, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your Lincoln Park Marching Rails.
Yeah, they were awesome. I enjoyed that. And a lot of times I think maybe too much credit or too much attention might be given to the football players, but it's more than just a football game. And I'm impressed just as much by the musical talent of these youngsters, and they look like they're having too much fun too. Are you supposed to have that much fun in high school? Oh yeah, you are. Here, well, the concessions, that's another thing too. That so pizza in wrapped in foil. So I got a couple slices, and here's the opening second half kickoff, or how the opening kickoff of the second half. There's some jet streams up above. They even have a visitor concession, lest the two sides intermix. You can't have that. Here, though, we're going to check out the planetarium, and Greg's going to show it to us. He just was locking it up. I says, hey, let me take a peek inside. So here we go. We'll listen to him explain it all.
Whenever it's clear if we're out here, we just come in and get a free tour and look through the telescope. This is Hector G. Robinson Observatory. It was built in 1964. The House telescope was built in 1962. And it has a dome.
Oh, cool.
It has this, I shouldn't have. It has a shutter that can open and close, so you can actually look up.
Oh, yeah.
14-inch C14 telescope. We used to have a telescope that was a tube that was made at 1962. A 12.5-inch telescope that was built by students here. And it was in here, this is refurbished, it reopened in 2009. And the original mirror, the original telescope that was built by students and a teacher. And it's right here, a 12.5-inch mirror. That's the mirror that was the original telescope. And this is an 8-inch mirror that was when I was part of the astronomy club back in 1977. Makes a lot of noise, doesn't it?
Yeah, does it open all the way?
All the way up except for that panel. If you want to look straight up, you have to leave that panel down by holding on the chain. So.
Oh, this is awesome. So if there's a celestial event going on outside, this will be open?
Well, when it's clear, we have volunteers that man it, and there's like 4 people that can open up the observatory. So if we're available, we can open it up. And if you see the lights out outside, the parking lot lights, we turn off the parking lot lights. You see cars in here, parked over here. We're in here, and you're welcome to come in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Great.
And I could actually open it up tonight.
But it's cloudy.
Well, there's a little bit of haze. I mean, we can see some stuff. There's a little bit of haze. It's probably something. A little bit of haze. We can actually look at it. Let me take that off. Yeah, for the visitors, right?
Oh, yeah.
14 telescope. I lost Manny, Jim, and I around. Telescope costs about $3,000 or $4,000. at least the big telescope here, and the mount cost about $7,000. They got a grant from Toshiba to do some kind of a project for a school project. They give 2 grants a year. A grant request was written, and we won the grant in 2009 to refurbish the observatory. It was for $40,000. The grant was won, but what happened was they had the economic downturn of 2008, brought it down to $14,000 from $40,000. So we got $14,000 to refurbish the observatory for Toshiba, and that's what happened. A guy named, who's an astronomer called Dr. Timothy Day, and Leo McMaster applied for the grant. He wrote the grant. He was a middle school teacher. Now I believe he's teaching in high school now. So this is a 14-inch telescope. It's got a 14-inch mirror, counterweights, computer controlled. We can use a hand controller or a computer to link it and control it and select objects. And
So you can set coordinates with the computer and it would
basically
move in
select the
position?
object and it goes to it, yeah. You select the object on a computer screen, or you can select the object in a panel controller and it'll go to it. For example, I'll show you what it is. With the hand controller, it's quick and somewhat easy. I'll boot it up. Oh, let me see if I boot it up. Put some power on this thing. I'll boot it up and I'll aim it at the moon. Maybe I'll come back and open it up. The moon's kind of low right now. We can't see anything that's like below 18 degrees above the horizon. It's got to be, if it's below that, the wall will block it. But,
Well, later this evening it'll be a little higher, but
the moon's send them to you. You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
some photos we've taken here. Let me, I'll just go to my favorites. Excuse me. Actually, here's some photos I took of Jupiter. That's a photo I took of Jupiter through this telescope with a high-powered.
Recently?
Yeah, recently. Those are some shots I took of Jupiter. That's something else. This is Mars. That's from earlier, not this year. There's Saturn,
oh, awesome.
and so here's the moon of Jupiter. You see the great red spot. That's Mars. Mars, there's a lot of detail that isn't present in this. It looks kind of odd because of a dust storm, a global dust storm. Mars is near opposition, and the dust storm has settled a bit, but there was a dust storm covering up Mars. They actually shut down on a probe through this telescope with a high-powered webcam, and then you process it with some free software actually over the internet. There's a close-up of a crater. So
Yeah.
stuff like that, the moon, different shots of the moon. Pretty cool, and then I can illustrate. And then this isn't this telescope. I have a solar telescope for the sun. It's a hydrogen alpha telescope, but this is a 35 millimeter hydrogen alpha telescope. The filters are very expensive in these. This is about a $1,000 hydrogen alpha telescope. The one I have is much more.
Is that number? Okay.
That number's still, it's kind of faded, but it might still be active.
313?
Yeah, but you could also call. That's probably still active.
Or if you scan that with your phone?
Yeah, it'll tell you about it. But it's kind of like, it's not like it's up to date too much, but they have like an answer. Alright, so I can send you that and others. So,
Greg sent me that code, and so I got it on my email attachment, but I can't read the code. I'm going to need some young whippersnapper to show me how. Look at this rotating. This is so cool. This is like James Bond kind of stuff. Point the laser and shoot down an asteroid or some, don't do shooting any planes, but no, it's that planetarium is kick-ass. It's like, what other venue? Etzel Ford just scored. What other high school has a planetarium? How cool! And I don't know if I've been to several games here and never was it open. So I was glad Greg was able to show me around, and maybe you got something out of that too. I was excited. Just show me everything, kind of. But it'd be neat if they open them up for all the football games, because if people saw that thing rotating and the door, the latch opening, and then shooting a laser beam out there, people would be curious, saying, what the hell is going on? All right, there's my second slice. Well, the Etzel Ford cheerleaders, they have to do a push-up for every point, so they are really getting a workout at this game. bet they'll be glad when this game is over because Etzel Ford was, they were putting up some points. But it's the opening day of the season. 2 weeks in, it looks like Allen Park might be tough. And Brownstown Woodhaven, they might be tough. So we'll see. The Wyandotte Bears have already lost the game. There's a look at the score box up there. It's more than a football game. All right. The sun is getting into the setting mode. So they'll have the lights turned on. Again, the band.
Morano on the carry. He's brought down to number 3.
Some more lights turned on. That's the Etzel Ford coaching staff. That's the PA announcer. That must be the Lincoln Park staff. The gymnasium silhouette. But it's kind of neat with checking out different high schools and so forth. Everybody does it differently. The layout of the school and the such. No two are the same. And, well, I might concentrate this year a lot with the Downriver League, which I normally do anyways. But it's such a competitive league. It's fun. Okay, that's the pole vault section there. It's up. And it's good. And those cheerleaders, they're going to get 37. I think it's supposed to be 39 now. They are going to get another workout there. All right, the gymnasium. It's looking cool. Yeah, that's another thing. You can watch Mother Nature go through its routine. The setting sun. And you can clean your boots. All right, in recognition of the class here, oh, God, it was ESPN or HBO or whatever. They had a show where they followed Lincoln Park. They had the longest losing streak for a while there. I don't know if it's since been bested, but they lost like 66 games in a row. And actually, I was in attendance when Lincoln Park broke that streak a few years back. Thursday night football here. But yeah, they beat Taylor Kennedy. And boy, they were excited. You almost would have thought they had just won the Super Bowl. But it's fun with high schools because they show their emotion a lot more and so forth, and it means a lot. And, yeah, that was just an incredible game. But since then, the program has gotten better. And, uh-oh, those cheerleaders are saying, not again. Yeah. They must have some kind of mercy rule. The planetarium, it's open. It's like, it does remind me like you could do a movie scene or something, shoot something here and have some fun with it. It's up. Oh, it's no good. Clanked off the post. We're all proud to be American. 43-6. I think you have to be up by 35, and then the clock will run steady. But yeah, one last look here at the planetarium. I think it's 35 points. Maybe, yeah. Look at the stands, and then they have Paz's Rock. And the Rail Splitters. I love that nickname. There's a lot of high schools that are like the Panthers and the Cougars and the Bears and whatnot, but how many Rail Splitters can there be? There might be a few in Illinois, where Abe Lincoln was from, but what was there, 6 refs there? I should have. But yeah, that was it. The headlinesman is the guy with the white cap. And then I always like this, the sportsmanship at the end of the game. Everybody shakes hands. No hard feelings. Life goes on. That kind of thing. And then the band gets back on the field, and I thought they might do another performance or whatnot, but they're going to make way back to the auditorium or the music hall or whatever. So we'll follow them. I think they'd probably be really performing if they had won, but they just got the drum roll thing going. I'm probably not supposed to do this, but I decided I'd follow them and take the shortcut. Otherwise, I had to go all the way around. But I parked back this way, so I figured, why not? Who's to know? You won't tell on me, will you? But anyways, that's where I parked. And, yeah, they loop around. A lot of bands make it the way back, and they do a performance. And usually it's a victory performance. Certainly, if they win, they're more excited. DET.com is the website. But there's a lot of good bands, even in the just in the Downriver League. Allen Park's got a good band. Woodhaven does. Okay, the city of Lincoln Park, that's where the high school was, right near I-75. And you can see this from I-75. Recognized as one of America's best high schools in 2014 and 2016. So good for them. Obviously, they have a good band program. I really enjoyed that. I think that's perfect, too. You get a lot of good leaders coming out that had that musical background. Who's to say where that's going to lead them? Now, northbound is open, but the southbound lanes are still not open on I-75. And, boy, a lot of people are going to be glad when they reopen that, because that'll take a lot of traffic off of Pelham and Dix and Fort and Telegraph and I-275. But there's another rock out front. Here at the crossroads of Downriver. That's the Lincoln Park moniker. I love it. Right at Fort Street and Southfield. That is the crossroads. And as promised, I'm going to get my club sandwich. Carry-outs. So I took that home and had me a nice dinner. Okay, now the third part of the show, and we'll only get to the first half of it. Oh, but first, why mayors from around the world are coming to Detroit. This I printed from a Detroit Free Press article. John Gallagher, he's got a lot of great stories and, stories on urban planning. Detroit became an obvious choice for this year's event. It says, we're coming to Detroit this year because there's a heck of a lot to learn from Detroit. And don't you know it? There is. Detroit goes through cycles, up and down and all around, but it's on the rebound right now. So 40 to 50 mayors from around the globe are expected to attend and see how Detroit does it. And why not? There's a lot of this entrepreneurship. There's people inventing the city, reimagining the city, and it's a lot, all age groups, but a lot has to be credit to the millennials for showing an interest. Oh, but then all the news for a couple weeks certainly was Aretha Franklin, and they have a concert, free and open to the public. That caught my eye. And so New Bethel Baptist Church, I had been there to check it out before, and I will be back. There will be more Aretha Franklin footage in the next few weeks to come. But here, found this place from the Metro Times, Trumbleplex. So I didn't know exactly where it was, but I stopped for this nice mural, and there was like a church revival kind of thing going on. So we'll walk around a little bit, but the Woodbridge neighborhood, and they got the big top tent, and let's listen a little bit.
He died. Hallelujah. Glory to God. Amen. It was for the demons, the devil, and his angels. He was not created for us. Amen. And not only is my pastor,
Not far from here, a police officer from Wayne State lost his life. That was just like a year ago. There's a slight rain falling here now. Once upon a time. Yeah, an artist-decorated building. I don't know if it's inhabited or not. But yeah, I was looking for that Trumbleplex, and I figured maybe it's a thing spread out over a few blocks or something, but it wasn't. It was like two houses. We'll get to that. Well, I'm getting near the top of the hour. We might not get to it till next week's show, but it's a really cool little artist enclave right on Trumbull. And they had live music there. It was like in a campfire. They had the hookup. This is the I Am Temple. Mitch Albom put up some money so they could replace the roof because it was leaking a while back. They have a beautiful park across the way, and look at the ironwork here. Just fabulous. And there were a couple like family gatherings type thing. Martin Luther King and Trumbull. This church, if you ever look at it real close, there's all these kind of gargoyles outside that church. You get a kick out of looking at the variety. This is looking down Grand River. You see the Motor City Casino on the right, and then downtown in front of you. Here's an attractive building here. But yeah, 3 streets meet here. Grand River, Trumbull, and Martin Luther King. So it's an interesting intersection. Here I like the door hinges. It was an entrance to maybe someone's fine house at one time. That's like a powerhouse kind of a thing back there, but a nice smokestack. It was filled with a lot of vegetation a while back, but they cleared all that out. So again, urban planning can be done anywhere, and certainly here near Rose Dog Park, a doggy park. And here, missed it the first time, but the nice butterfly. And this is the artist. Folks, I'd like to thank you for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be. And then I'll have a continuation of this next week, hopefully. I always say that, and then when I guarantee it, it's like something comes up and I have to delay it. But thanks for watching. Good night.